Hey guys, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and if you can't tell, I had audio issues today. I would have bet my life on the fact that my microphone was turned on when I was filming this. I am so sorry. I'll try to make this quick so you don't have to try to watch a very bad um, situation with lip movement and audio and everything. Um, I am letting you know that I'll be showing you the first and last spreads in the Halloween junk journal from 31 Days of Craftoween, because those were not part of the 31 days. And I will also be showing you something else. I've been hinting at a secret project that's to do with Hocus Pocus, and there it is. Book. Sorry if you heard that ding. My phone decided to bong on me while I was doing voiceovers. I made this as part of my Winifred Sanderson costume for the day of Halloween itself, which is the day this video will upload. And this one is not nearly as detailed and crafted as the Halloween junk journal because I needed to still be able to close it with the closure that's there. After I show you the Craftoween book, first and last spreads, and give you some thoughts on that, then we'll come back to that Hocus Pocus book and take a look at what's inside.
Hello, it's Bobi, aka Paginator, and I'm here with just some wrap-up thoughts slash 2 extra spreads that I made in my Halloween Altered Book Junk Journal. If you've reached this video, you've probably seen the rest of this series, 31 Days of Craftoween, where I did 31 different spooky spreads. I have 2 extra spreads that I ended up doing on the end papers of this book, so I will show them to you. Here is the one at the beginning. I'm going to try to get this to work right. This is a little book that I used with some nesting dies I made to make the book, and the little bookmark says 31 Days of Craftoween. There's a little bingo board. I embossed the white X's on the black cardstock, added this paper doll, and added the tag Curiosities, as well as some spiderweb stickers in various places on the spread. And then the one in the back, I had to do some more Nightmare Before Christmas. I'd found this cute little like popcorn box shaped thing on a free printable somewhere, and so I printed that and made it a pocket. And then I've got this cute tag with Sally on it there. A quote, "Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it." And then I just did a collage with some stickers, and this is actually a piece of fabric from my headphone set that was Jack Skellington themed that I had to take apart. Sorry for the camera shake. A little lace collage thing, a 0 button here, and a Jack button here. So that means that you have now seen everything in this journal if you've watched the series. As I reflect on this experience, I have learned a lot. I've picked up some new techniques. I've used a ton of lace and other fun things. I burned myself with my hot glue gun many times and added things in here that I'm really happy with. 99.9% of this I'm really happy with. It is a monstrosity. If I just let it sit, it's going to be like completely open. Kind of bananas, but it was a really fun process. What wasn't fun is the amount of work that it took and the time away from other things like reading, etc., that it did take. So I'm gonna have to think very carefully about taking on another daily video kind of project, whether it be about junk journaling, reading, anything. It's hard. Editing videos takes hours. So if you are not a YouTuber or someone who works on editing videos, it would be good for you to understand that, because as a lot of people will know, the more time you spend on something, the more you care about it. And when you get some of those people who are just like, well, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? You should have done this. It's really frustrating to put so much of yourself into a project that you love and then have people criticize it, especially one that took so much time. So Anyway, that was kind of a rambling way to say I did put a lot of myself into this, and I'm really pleased with what the end product is, and we're gonna just call it good. So this is just kind of a little closing thought video to give you a last glance at those spreads, and apparently a couple of the other ones, just kind of flip back and see some of the things that we did. So we'll close by looking at the Midnight Garden one more time. Thank you so much to those of you who offered prompt suggestions, and for all of you who have given such positive comments in the videos throughout this series.
Okay, we're back here in my office. My equipment had already been moved back here, and I didn't want to keep moving things back and forth, so I'm going to film this upside down. And now that I've got it in the viewfinder doing voiceover, it might be a little bit easier for me to read some of the old-fashioned type text where it's now right side up to me. I'm talking about how this is a actual leather cover. I bought this book with pages included, etc., from a shop on Etsy called Saint Stag. I will link them below. It is real actual leather, and I know some people don't approve of that, but what you need to understand is that there are some animal populations that have to be controlled, cattle being one of them, and if we don't put measures in to control some of the population, then there's going to be an explosion. For example, where I live, there is a lot of regulations with hunting deer because we have to keep the numbers at a certain level. All that to say that, yes, there are leather things in the world. I grew up riding horses, and we have saddles, bridles, etc. Leather is a home smell for me. I associate it with home and with love, so it's really pleasing for me to have leather around. If you are not a fan of actual genuine leather, that's totally fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. All right, now we're going to get into the book. Inside, I didn't do too many pockets. There is a pocket on this first page, and I'm talking here a little bit about the supplies I used. I had 2 different sets of Hocus Pocus themed junk journal printables that I got from Etsy. I had a set of Hocus Pocus tarot cards. That's what I'm pulling out there. There was a Hocus Pocus board game that I just never used, so that item is from there. Has the 3 sisters on it. And in the background you can see the word spell book. Disney put out a book. It's a hardback book you can get. I found mine at Walmart. And it's kind of meant to look like a witch's manual or a witch's spell book kind of thing. And it has lots of fun pictures. They're all very harmless things, not like actual witchcraft stuff. But these are some things that might appear in the Sanderson sisters' actual book, according to the imagination of Disney and whoever created this. So I pulled a lot of pages out of that, and not gonna lie, I felt a little bit nervous to pull pages out, but I did because I wanted to add them here. And one of my main goals when decorating this was to keep it as flat as I could so that I could still close it up. And I ended up having to remove quite a few of the original pages that came with it so that I could continue to get the closure to work, which I was fine with because I had enough materials to cover the pages that remained in there, and probably just about that much. I didn't have like oodles and noodles of ephemera and things to decorate with. Here is the next spread. We have a digital printable including all 3 of the Sanderson sisters, and a page, this message from my spell book. You'll see here some purple, orange, and green handwriting. These are things that were added into the book. The purple is Sarah, the orange is Mary, and the green is Winifred. So they're supposed to be their handwritten notes inside of their spell book. On the left page here, a promise from my spell book. This is a spell to bind yourself to the book. On the right side, we have the Sanderson sisters' cottage, both in a printable and in tarot card form, and then a little sign that says warning witch property. Here we have a stitched mouth spell and a couple of tarot cards to do with Billy Butcherson. There are also some pieces from a board game. I think I mentioned the board game. The Calming Circle card is from there. There is Winifred and a green lightning card on the right side here with some fall leaf stickers that I had sitting around. And the hand shooting out lightning is from one of the tarot cards. I just fussy cut around it a little bit. Still not sure if I like that, but it's there and glued down. Here is a Sarah page, Come Little Children, as well as her little song there. I feel like that would be a great song for me to sing at school, but I'm not dressing like Sarah, I'm dressing like Winifred. This is Raymond of the Red Witch, which is Winifred's outfit and description. And then on the right side is a digital printable of her. Here we have Billy again, and then Sarah's Lucky Rat Tail with some notes in her purple pen, and a Run Amok card, because of course she says, amok, amok, amok. Love Sarah. Here are some tarot cards with the three sisters. Oh my gosh, my devices keep beeping while I'm doing this voiceover. I'm very sorry about that. I'm pointing out here that Sarah's card has hands reaching up toward her. It's kind of weird. Black Cauldron Magic, and then Winifred over her cauldron. Here are some cards from that game. Again, these are potion ingredients like oil of boil, dead man's toe, etc. Oh, I'm pointing out these Thine Own Tongue, Dash of Pox, and Newt Saliva are the others. Here we have Binks, and again the three sisters. Some little things like Circle of Salt, Daylight Savings Time, Burning Rain of Death that the kids used to fight against the sisters. On the right side, Take Flight card, and the sisters flying on their cleaning supplies. Here we have I Smell Children. Some really beautiful stickers I had just sitting around in my stash, these black stickers with foiling on them, and I really like those. Sanderson Museum of Witches here, and the Dost Thou Comprehend print on the right side. I don't remember all of what I'm saying here. It makes me so mad that that microphone wasn't working. Ugh. Okay, here we have a couple more tarot cards. We have the three sisters. This one of Binks pops up so you can see the cat spell. This isn't the actual cat spell that they used in the movie. I don't know why. The book was made by Disney, but the spells they put in here are not the same as the words that the people said in the movie. It's kind of annoying. This page is the Binks characters, Emily, and then Binks as both a young man and a cat, and then at the end when they are leaving together. This spread is Max. We've got a couple of Max cards and some spells. Regurgitating Life spell and a spell to resurrect the dead. Mentioning the Black Flame candle when it's lit on All Hallows Eve. A fresh soul with something or other. Yeah. Sorry, I'm doing a terrible job here. This is a Danny page on the left. This card isn't specifically Danny, but it reminds me of her. We have the Dance Till You Die spell with the parents on the right-hand side. I love the mom in her Madonna costume. So we've got mom and dad on the right, Danny on the left, plus that card that reminds me of Danny, and some more of those stickers. Here we have Allison, and while I was filming this, I had a total brain fart and forgot that her name was Allison. I was like, that girl with the yabos, you know? But since then I remembered, oh yeah, it's Allison, which is kind of sad because literally yesterday, like the day before I filmed this, I was watching Hocus Pocus. I am terrible. On the right side, you have the skeleton guy from the concert or party, and of course the guy dressed up as the devil that they all thought was their master. Here we have the enlivening of gemstones and this illustration that went with it. And this is not something that that they did in the movie. Some of the pages in the book were not movie things. They were just kind of extra witchy information that was thrown in, I think. On this one we have the Legend of the Ring of Salt. The tarot card is Ice and whatever his name is that reminds me of Kurt Cobain because it was that whole grungy style thing. On the right side we have the Legend of Hallowed Ground, and the tarot card there is Old Burial Hill where they go to the cemetery. Here I put some backing paper on a couple of tarot cards. We have the Black Flame Candle and this quote, "But who lit the Black Flame Candle?" And then on the right side, we have book again, and it says book with way too many O's. Who keeps texting me? Oh, that was my brother. Okay. All right, this page is very simple, just astrology. Here we have the elements, and lightning is listed as one of the 5 elements, so I added in some lightning tarot cards from the Hocus Pocus set. And we also have Reaching the Dead page. On this one we have Secrets of the Grave, some more stickers, some of which look like cards, and an illustration from the book. I don't know why I'm flipping back. I'm talking about how it says the end there, but it's not the end of the book. I thought that beware and the end might go together, like beware the end. I don't know. I needed a triangle of stickers. On some of these pages, I used too many of those black stickers. Okay, here we have palmistry. I have these cute little pumpkin die cuts from my friend Linda, who sent me some scrapbooking supplies, or gave me some, and a pumpkin card on the right side, and also on the right side is a key to the palmistry map. Left side on this one says Persistent Potions, and we have a couple more cards here. And Life Potion on the right side. The card that I was pointing to right there with the green mist says Dead Man's Toes. And then that one with the green bottle is Oil of Boil. Here's some more about potions. We've got Mary holding some potion bottles and some other potion things. That item up at the top, it says Kitchen Witchery, and it just came with an ephemera pack, not necessarily Hocus Pocus themed. Here we have the Curse of Eternal Dancing, and again, this is not the same words that the sisters say in the movie. We will come back to that for the very last page of this. And then on the right side, we have a page that's meant to look like an antique text from the early days of printing, supposedly a page from a newspaper or something like that. Here we've got an owl, a couple of cards with a candle, and I think that's the Denison's house. And then Familiars of the Red Witch on the right side. Apparently I'm talking a lot about that house. This one is Chance of Yore, and there's another pumpkin card underneath there, along with another illustration of the sisters. Here we have the Heart's Cord and Crow's Wing Porridge. Some of the items in the book, again, were not used in the movie, but are supplemental things that you might find in a witch's grimoire, and they were just kind of fun to stick in there. This one we have Maggot Apple Pie and Witch's Trifle, and I put Danny and Max, some more Danny and Max cards there, so the recipes are partially covered, but am I ever going to try to make these? No. Ew, gross. Some more cards. We have Winifred as a statue, Mary backed by the moon. We have the lady married to the devil. She's got her Clark bars ready to throw at the 3 sisters and kick them out of her house, which she should rightly do. Penny Marshall played her in the movie, and she was so great. I love that part. And then we have Max's teacher that was telling them the story of Thackeray Binks. How did she know that, by the way? That's always puzzled me about that movie. Here we've got some cards, some pumpkin treats in the top 2, and then some potion bottles and a candle, and some more of those black foiled stickers. Here we've switched to a different digital printable set. You can see the style is much more cutesy, much more cartoony. The piece that I was just pointing to with the pumpkin, that came from a card from one of you guys, so thank you very much for sending that. And here, again, I'm just keeping it simple with the printable pages and then adding some more of those tarot cards here and there. We've got the bully guys, the creepy bus driver, the part where Allison gives Max her phone number, and some jack-o'-lanterns. I was just remembering that her name was Allison right there. Oh, my memory. Here's a Mary page. I smell children. See, there's another thing I could say at school. I could just be a mishmash of all of the sisters. There is Max there, and I had this cute metal moon and star thing that I was able to glue down there. I thought that was fun. And there's Danny. Here we have a book and another tarot card with potions, more potions, and the Sanderson house again. Sarah, Amok, 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 and Winnie, Dost Thou Comprehend? Binks, I love that little pumpkin vehicle that mouse is riding in. It's super cute. And there's Billy again. And then here I have the actual words of the spell that they say in the movie during the dance till you die curse. Say, and to pi, alpha, maybe, up and die. In, comma, kori, yama, hey, hey, hi, say, bye, 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 bye. Yeah, and here I'm talking about how I can't sing that song, I Put a Spell on You. I've tried because I know my students are going to be coming to me at school going, sing the song from the movie, and I can't do it. I mean, I know some of the words, but I get stuck when I try to actually sing it. And it's also at this point in the filming that I noticed my toes were peeking out from under the table. I'm such a random weirdo. Anyway, this is going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys are having a super awesome Halloween. Again, once again, I am sorry for having to do the voiceover. I know it's annoying. Like I said, I could have sworn on my life that microphone was turned on. I don't know what happened, but we'll get it right next time. In the meantime, have a wonderful, magical, spooky day. Happy reading, crafting, whatever it is you're doing. Adios.